today. The issue is the Jobs for Justice, Tennessee Jobs for Justice, as well as the Nashville movement. And we have joining us again Ms. Megan Mikerej, as well as Mr. Eli, a student at Vanderbilt University. And of course, Eli and Megan, let me welcome both of you back to the show, and of course, Eli, you to the show. Let's have you, Eli, to give us some information relative to your organization, and I think that you represent Vanderbilt University. Why don't you talk about your organization and your relationship to the Nashville movement?
Certainly. My name is Eli Fagali. I'm representing Vanderbilt Students in Nonviolence. We're a student organization at Vanderbilt University, and we seek to find ways to use nonviolence as a means towards social change in the 21st century. We are part of the Nashville movement, as part of the student wing of the movement. We've been working with the Nashville Homeless Power Project and just more generally with the Nashville movement, trying to organize students in the Nashville community to get behind this growing movement. And we're trying to represent the youth, because I think too often now young kids are being steered towards more corporate jobs, and not the community aspect of social movements is being lost. And so we're trying to find ways to re-energize the youth in that respect.
Very good. Yeah. And of course, Megan, this is another of the many organizations that make up the Nashville movement. Now, in reference to your organization, and I think you might be familiar with this whole cab controversy, what can your organization, or what has your organization done in reference to dealing with this particular item?
Well, the primary thing that's in the mission of Jobs with Justice is that the organizations we work with pledge to stand up and be there for somebody else's struggle. And so we believe that that's a value that's fundamentally critical in this society, and it's there, and we want to lift it up, right? That we're a society that takes care of each other, and we care about each other's struggles, and we're going to come out and stand up for each other's struggles, and that's what we do. So, you know, you see students and faith leaders and union leaders and other just community members coming out to stand up and bear witness when the Metro Nashville Taxi Drivers Alliance speaks truth to power. So that's one very positive thing. But the other thing is that, you know, we want the cab companies to know, and we want the Metro Taxi, or the Metro Transportation Commission to know that as far as Nashville's cab drivers go, the community is watching.
That's right.
So there is a commission. Now, why don't you, have you had conversation with this commission? What's the attitude in reference to that? What has been said in reference to that?
We're actually very hopeful about our work with the commission, and actually, you know, looking forward to developing a cordial working relationship with that commission. We're looking forward to the day when the community can support a cab driver to sit on the commission that actually oversees their industry. We believe that the people who are in an industry and directly affected by the issues in that industry are the experts around how decisions should be made, and should be able to sit in a panel of other experts around saying how our tourism industry and the transportation aspect of our tourism industry, how that should go.
How are these commissioners appointed? I mean, are they appointed by the city? I mean, how do they get to be commissioners?
Ultimately, the mayor, Carl Dean, appoints the commissioners with advice from his staff.
Well, he's been very, very sympathetic in a real sense, that in reference to a number of social issues and what. Have you approached the mayor in reference to some of the issues that you're trying to deal with? I know the Homeless Power Project and all of those projects. What is his attitude in reference to some of these things?
I can speak briefly to that, and I think Eli can as well. Can just, you know, speak about the importance of student supports around social movements in general. But we have entered into conversations with some of the mayor's staff around representation on the commission, and we're very hopeful about that. We also think it's a wonderful opportunity for the mayor's office to realize its dream of being a welcoming city and inviting legally documented immigrants to come and be a part of the decision-making democratic process of the city. So we're really looking forward to that happening.
And so there's a positive thing in reference to how things might go in reference to this particular aspect of your struggle. Is that right?
That's right.
Now, there's other things that, Eli, that you're concerned with in terms of the movement itself. What are some of the basic goals that the students at Vanderbilt University have in reference to the movement itself. I understand that this is a national movement.
Right.
Is that correct, that this is a national movement? What are some of the goals that students have in reference to, and how well represented are you when you talk about student representation in this particular organization at Vanderbilt University?
All right, well, first I just want to say that the youth has an opportunity to change the course of history. You can't be neutral on a moving train. We've got to take a stand at some point. And you see the youth doing that in the presidential campaign, getting involved increasingly behind, especially Barack Obama, but all three candidates. So I think one of our main goals as an organization